फार्मास्यूटिकल, न्यूट्रास्यूटिकल और आयुर्वेदिक दवा निर्माता जोटा हेल्थकेयर लिमिटेड ने 5 अप्रैल को मुंबई प्रेस क्लब में भारतीय स्वास्थ्य सेवा और जोटा हेल्थकेयर अहेड विषय और भारतीय रिटेल फार्मेसी परिदृश्य को फिर से परिभाषित करने के वर्ष 2023 में इसके लक्ष्य को लेकर एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस आयोजित की। जोटा हेल्थकेयर लिमिटेड के ग्रुप सीईओ डॉक्टर सुजीत पॉल ने संवाददाताओं को जोटा हेल्थकेयर के दृष्टिकोण और वर्ष 2023 के लिए भारतीय खुदरा फार्मेसी परिदृश्य को फिर से परिभाषित करने के लक्ष्यों के बारे में जानकारी दी। डॉक्टर पॉल ने आने वाले वर्षों में उभरते स्वास्थ्य सेवा क्षेत्र में जोटा हेल्थकेयर लिमिटेड की भूमिका के बारे में विस्तार से बताया। उन्होंने मेडिसिन्स इंडिया के मिशन, देश में स्वास्थ्य देखभाल व्यय में वृद्धि, विभिन्न संस्थानों में स्वास्थ्य देखभाल की स्थिति में बदलाव और भारत में जेनेरिक दवाओं के बारे में जागरूकता सहित महत्वपूर्ण विषयों पर अपने विचार व्यक्त किए। डॉक्टर पॉल ने कहा, भारत में जेनेरिक दवाओं के प्रति जागरूकता बहुत कम है। जेनेरिक दवाओं के बारे में जागरूकता धीरे धीरे बढ़ रही है। ऐसे में सबसे बड़ी निजी जेनेरिक फार्मेसी श्रृंखला के रूप में दवा इंडिया के पास जबरदस प्रतिस्पर्धात्मक लाभ है। इसके अलावा दवा इंडिया द्वारा दवाओं के बिल में 90% तक की बचत एक महत्वपूर्ण कारक है।
The primary objective why we wanted to set up this context is Indian healthcare is changing, and Indian healthcare is changing very fast. So in this change ecosystem of Indian healthcare, it is extremely important for all of us to understand how the journey is going. Whilst in the last couple of years, we have seen inflations, and inflations to that extent that there are scenarios where common people at times are not very clear as to how to run the family in terms of their educational costs, in terms of their healthcare costs and similar. Whilst the story is not only about you and me, it is about the common people at mass. So there is where Dawa India is bringing a sea change in the Indian healthcare ecosystem by offering high quality medicines at a very affordable price. It is so much important that people who have aged parents, who have ailments and many more, they do ensure that the medicine bills are optimized at their home. Each one of you who are there and who have people in their home, who have their families in their home, who have diseases of either chronic, gastro, peds, nephro, or anything similar, they understand that what could be the kind of cost of medicines that actually goes through. At times, it is really pain. And at times, I have seen that in the rural villages, people cannot even consume medicines morning, afternoon, evening. And there is a terrible pain because the cost of medicines are high. The two critical factors and parameters always drive. One is we have to ensure that the last mile consumer or patient gets high quality medicines. Along with high quality medicines, it is critical and important that the end patient gets medicine which is comfortable for their pockets and which is cost friendly. When both these two combines together, then it becomes a revolution, and that is where Dawa India plays a critical role to build and bring this revolution for the country. Change is difficult. However, change is required. Change of mindset to ensure that the end consumer consumes branded, unbranded, generic medicines have to go on to a conversion that the end consumer can consume high quality generic medicines only. There are countries like US, UK, Europes who have shown the pathway that high quality generic medicines are the way, and the end consumer stroke patient have the right to choose which medicine they are taking based on the desired molecules that has been recommended by the physician or the clinician. And there is where the revolution is coming in India. And this revolution will not only drive a better healthcare ecosystem in India, but this revolution will ensure that India becomes much more healthy. India can afford medicines, and India becomes an ecosystem like what we see abroad and many more. With that, I keep my content of discussion as short as possible and open the forum to any one of you who have questions, which I would be happy to take and answer as relevant. Okay, I'll answer both of your questions as relevant. Your first question was that if the high quality generic medicines we are offering at such low cost MRP, then how do we sustain? Very, very rational question. Our internal cost structures are very low. And since our internal cost structures are low and we optimize, so what it means is that at a company level, our profitability decreases. So meaning which, if a branded medicine costs, say for example, 1,000 rupees, the Dawa India generic medicine would be way lower in terms of cost of that. And at the end of the day, it benefits the end consumer or patient. If you are a consumer, it would definitely benefit you and you become healthy much faster with a lower cost outflow. So how do we sustain is that we manage our internal ecosystem, our supply chain management, our information technology, our people costs, our infrastructure costs, and our profitabilities, which are well managed, and there is a very thin line of profitabilities that we maintain. So that's the answer for your first question. Your second question is that at times you feel that the prices of medicines, I assume you're talking of branded medicines, that's my assumption, are very high. That's what you said. So there is where the generic medicine comes in picture, and that is what I said in the opening statement, that why do you think that it is important for this kind of sessions? Because media and press are the biggest power and tool for any country. Dawa India is the only private generic chain in the country that have all the medicines that you see in the Dawa India stores with Dawa India name. So we are 100% private label. So you go to any other generic store, you can clearly understand that they are not into the 100% PL. So what it clearly means is that we not only have a very strong enforcement of the quality part of it, but we also ensure that whatever products that you get from our store are our products. So we are very, very careful about the quality and the efficacy of the medical stream. However, you had a second part of the question, why are the physicians not writing generic medicines? There are mandates by the government of India that the physicians should write by the molecules and not by the brands, but I think it will take some more time for the end physician to get into a complete conversion of that. Till such time, the end consumers and the patients are becoming much more knowledgeable now, and they are themselves understanding the power of generic medicines.